Oh, hi everybody. Just make sure. Okay. I had recorded some videos previously, but unfortunately OBS wasn't able to keep up with the game for some reason. It was missing out big chunks of it and just freezing. So I've had to lower the resolution of the game down to low settings and 720p. And I've also lowered OBS down to 720p as well. And it seems to be working okay now. So, this is where's he gone? Well, it starts me up on the other side of that house for some reason. This is my INZOI at the moment. And I previously recorded a video about driving, but he's already. I'm going to sell his car so I can show you. Right, so I sold his car. If you go to, apparently a lot of people have been having problems trying to get to drive, but it's quite simple really. If you go to options and then down to gameplay, it says here driving experimental, enable manual driving. So you just turn that on. It can be on or off. And there you go, as simple as that. I wish this free will had a slider on it so you could choose how much free will you wanted them to have. But it's either on or off, which is ridiculous really, considering that the INZOIs have got far too much autonomy. You can't get them to do anything half the time. They want to do something else. So anyway, we go back to the game. So we've got that turned on. So now he can buy a car. Doesn't matter if you've already bought your car. I mean, it'll still work. So buy a car. We got 52,000. So I nearly said simoleons again then. Meows. What a stupid name for currency. I don't know. Let's buy a sedan. Money doesn't matter. You can soon get some more. Okay, so I've got to get him to drive his car. So I'll make him get in. I don't know if you sat in the passenger seat whether you'd be able to drive still or not. I don't know. I could try it, I suppose. Oh, it's paused. I'm going to put it on normal too. That one is just too slow. So if I wasn't running OBS, I could run this in medium settings. But you know, the graphics aren't that bad still, even in so once you're in the car, you can just drive it with WASD, like, you know, any other game really. Oh, is there a wall there? I don't know, I'm sure there wasn't a wall right there before. Huh. What? So you can drive around the city. What fun. Oh, damn. There's too many other cars in this bloody place. I normally do a lot better than this. Oh, there's that bloody wall again. The collision detection in this is really bad. I can't even back up this time. Oh God. I'm steering left. Why is it going right? God. There's a wall there as well. Have I got a really tiny play area now? Oh, I know those walls were further away than that last time. Blocked in. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, now they're going to have a face-to-face. Or a tete-to-tete. I didn't even hit him. Oh, see, you can see I didn't even hit him. They should take some of the cars out of this game that are on the roads. So I wonder if I can get... I wonder how far I can get going this way. Steering's a bit yanky on this. Oh God, bloody walls there already. More traffic lights. I think that's a beach up there. But the area is definitely smaller than it was when I was in medium settings. I can't use that other lane because the bloody wall's over it. So I'm from Britain, we drive on this side of the road. Not so much traffic on this side. Just as well, probably. Will I be able to get to the beach, or will there be another bloody wall in the way? So we go in the car park. So we're in the car park. Exit car. Now you think a car would stay there, wouldn't you? But no. It goes back home. Why can't they just leave the car in the car park where you are? Because it doesn't matter. If you go somewhere else, you can just call the car again anyway. So if you click on your INZOI, you go down a bit further, car, get in car. Now the only problem is, once you're in the car, there's no way to tell your INZOI Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Instead of the car just appearing where you are, they walk out onto the road. Where's he going? How far is he going to get his car? Might as well have called a bus, mate. Once you're in the car, there's no way to tell him to go home. And you click on the car. There's no option there to go home. The only way to do it now is to press the map button, click on where you're living, and clicking on drive here, and now it'll autonomously drive, but it will go to a loading screen. I'm no good at finding my way around these places. I can never drive back to where I've come from. So we're stuck on another loading screen if you do that. So much for the open world, eh? It's open world for some instances, but not for others. There's always plenty of buses to catch. And just park it out in the middle of the road, mate. At least they don't keep it in their pocket like they do in The Sims 3. Why couldn't you have parked it there in the first place? Anyway, this is a house that I built. Took me bloody ages because the build system in this thing is terrible. Really is bad. So I put the walls up. Oh yes, up here, isn't it? Oh. There's I put a porch on the front here with a couple of pillars holding it up. There's just one of the patterns that they already had, one of the base patterns. There's not very many, to be quite honest. I don't know where all these came from, I'm sure, because they don't seem to exist. Like these brick walls, they don't seem to exist for us to use. And like these columns on the house next door, and the walls like this with the patterns like this, they don't exist. And I'm pretty sure it'd be impossible to put a separate colour band around the top there, because you can't even do that with the walls in the house. So yeah, this is his house. It's a bungalow. At the moment, I mean, if I wanted to make it bigger, I could just put another floor on it. But it's got a bit of a back garden as well. So when they bring in the pools, because at the moment they're greyed out, and so is landscaping. That's all greyed out as well, paving and stuff like that. Basements greyed out. You can't make a basement at the moment. The only thing in the exterior menu at the moment is a fence and a gate, and they don't even seem to work properly. Because when I put a fence and a gate in the front of here, he couldn't use the gate, even though it was unlocked. He couldn't use it. And just deleting the gate and leaving the gap in the fence didn't work either. He still couldn't get out here. He just kept giving me the "I can't go there" thing over the top of his head. I can't go there. lifting his arms up in the air. So I had to completely delete the fence in the end, and that was the only way I could get him to go anywhere. Bit of a nuisance really, but there you go. So I got my Sims 4 carpet in that bedroom. I just uploaded it as a pattern or texture, whatever you want to call it, and used it in there as a carpet. I thought maybe it would come in there as one thing covering the whole room, but it didn't. It tiled it for some reason, even though that's a full screen size PNG. So I don't know what was going on there. I'm sure a full screen PNG, that one. Was it 1920 by 1080 and 1080p. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. But it's got like his exercise room here, another bedroom, bathroom, nice kitchen area. They've got no island counters at the moment, so you can't use an island with stools. They're just normal counters. This is a sweet counter. I don't know why they called it a sweet counter. It was in the kitchens. I don't know. Anyway, you can still use it as a kitchen, so I'm not worried about that. But what I was saying about being able to decorate the rooms, you can't start here and go round to here with tiles. When you decorate this wall, you have to decorate the whole room, which seems a bit daft. A bit short-sighted, really, on the developer's behalf. You know, they should have made it so you could decorate part of a room how you wanted, and then decorate the rest of the room a different way. Because I want to tile there. I want that all to be tiled. Because the kitchen, I don't want wallpaper in the kitchen, do I? So anyway, these are just standard that come with it. Where is it? So we've got furniture, craft. You can custom furniture. If you've got a 3D printer, you can upload a photo or something, I think. Inventory. And then up here you've got the no and build mode issues. Yeah, plenty of those. We've got the room selection tool, create a surface. And then you got to click on the surface you want to, and it brings up this edit colour and material thing. What a palaver, having to go through all this palaver. And then you get these, they put a few more designs in the wallpaper now. But yeah, like I say, I mean, if you want a tile, say I want that tile, I can't then just tile this part of the room. If I do it, it does the whole room, and that isn't the tile that it was there anyway, is it? Huh. I don't know, it's almost like that tile doesn't exist and it's just done. Oh yeah, the tile's there now. But it does the whole room. You can't just do this section of the walls. You've got to do the whole bloody room, which is a bit daft. Let's go back to a wallpaper. Okay, that one's alright. But I want to tile it and I can't. That's a texture that I uploaded, and that was an AI texture that I had made for a shirt. His shirt. So yeah. There's quite a lot of shortfalls when the building's concerned. Like, you can't highlight a whole room and resize it. You have to piss about moving one wall at a time. And what I noticed is when I move the wall, it leaves another bloody wall behind it, which isn't good. So I don't know. They might eventually sort it all out, but you know, I can't see them doing it, because to make that room selectable now, so you can just move the walls around, or completely just resize the room. You know, like if you put a small square down, which is what you have to do initially, you have to put a small square down on the ground and then resize it to what you want, to when you start building. You can't drag out a base plan. So yeah. Anyway, he's quite happy. Oh yeah, so you got that shirt on at the moment. No. Like I say, I've got it in low settings at the moment, and it's not too bad. I can't see any artifacts or anything, so yeah. Because the main problem with INZOI is that there's absolutely nothing to do. I got him a job. What is he doing? Oh, cleaning. I got him a job working at the fun fair in the shop, and it had a few tasks for him to do, like clean the floor 5 times and monitor the counter for 60 minutes. Oh, it might have been 90 minutes, can't remember. So he did that, and then there was nothing to do for most of the rest of his work day. And then, about an hour before he was due to finish work, some more tasks came up. They had to restock a magazine rack, or brochure rack, I think he called it, and restock the fridge, the drinks fridge, and restock the snacks counter or snacks display. But you couldn't interact with any of those things. You couldn't click on them to interact with them, so I don't know how you're supposed to do that, I'm sure. But I couldn't do it, it wouldn't let me. And then the next thing I know, he's autonomously going off to restock the brochure. But I couldn't click on it to make him go and do it, and I couldn't click on the fridge to make him go and do the drinks, and I couldn't click on the counter, on the shelf rather, to make him go and do the snacks. So, and whether that's just an oversight at the moment and they're going to fix it, I don't know. But he needs to go to Lou. But it was just boring. I'd rather have a rabbit hole job than something like that. To be quite honest. I think most people would. I was hoping to make this one a firefighter, but there's no job for firefighter in this area. I think there might be in the Dawon world, whatever it is, Dawon, I'm pretty sure it's called Dawon. But there's not here. Whether there will be in this third world that they're going to be adding shortly, I don't know. I don't know whether that world's going to be added in May, or whether it's going to wait until August, or maybe even later, because they're talking about August as a second update. So that's quite a long time. May, June, July, August. That's another 4 months. Well, 3 months if you don't count August. But we'll see. You can actually water these plants. I don't know if they'd die if you didn't. I could test that, I suppose, couldn't I? But the plants in the pots you can water. What about these other ones? There's some more in pots. Oh no, I thought I put another pot there, but obviously I didn't. So this is the only barbecue in the game. That's the only one. The only sunbed. There's this fountain that doesn't have water. I don't know why not. Maybe the programmers just forgot about it, or maybe this engine doesn't support the mechanics for it. I don't know. But adults can ride on these toys. I was quite surprised when I saw him, because he autonomously went on one another save file that was different character, different INZOI. But yeah, they can actually ride on these. Are you having fun, mate? Oh, where's he gone? Oh, he's not riding it anymore. Make him ride it again. Oh, he's hungry now as well. So even on low settings, it's not too bad. I mean, the hair's still quite well defined. Because middle-aged, this character. Bit like me, only I'm a bit more than middle-aged. A similar hairstyle, only I got a bit less at the front. Quite a bit less. Better go and have something to eat, hadn't you, mate? And when you zoomed right in, you can't move very fast with the mouse. That's about 5 times I've had to slide that thing to get it to move to here. What's he gonna have to eat? Chinese fried noodles in the microwave. That's another thing with this. After he's done those noodles, the microwave will probably break, and it'll probably only be like the second time he's used the microwave. But yeah, let's zoom out a bit so I can move around a bit quicker. I've already replaced the fridge once, and he'd only used it like a couple of times. In my other save file, he used the washing machine once and it broke. He used the computer here a couple of times and it broke. I had to replace it. The things are just breaking far too quickly, even worse than Sims 4. You know, in Sims 4 things break too quickly, but nowhere near as quickly as they break in INZOI. In INZOI, I should say. Whether they'll fix that, I don't know. They might do. But it's a bit daft, you know. If you bought a new fridge, you'd expect a warranty on it, wouldn't you? And they sell this game as being life realistic. Well, having your fridge break after only using it once is not life realistic. So they really need to sort the wear and tear out on things, because it's just not realistic. So it's not even unrealistic enough to be gamey. It's just so unrealistic that it's annoying. You know, using an appliance once and then it breaking It's just annoying. I know this is in early access, but you know, things like that, that should have been like base programming right from the beginning. Wear and tear on items. Oh yeah, I bought him a synthesizer as well, but he hasn't used it yet. We've got a bit of exercise equipment in there. We've got some dumbbells, a treadmill, punching bag, and squat rack. Oh, no doubt, as soon as he uses the treadmill, it'll probably break. Well, the thing is not to use any of your electrical appliances, otherwise you'd be forever replacing them. But anyway, some of the plants are quite nice, like the orange tree. You know, these are quite nice, these peace lilies, although there's no flowers on them at the moment. There are a few problems with some of the. They're supposed to have fixed it actually, but it doesn't look like they have. You know, the shimmering on some of the things. I did see in one of their posts that they'd fixed that, but they haven't fixed it. It's still happening. Especially on glass windows and things, if I find. There's nothing at all next to me. Oh yeah, the mirrors as well, they're not mirrors, you can't, there's no reflections in them. Which I wouldn't have thought would be terribly hard to do, but yeah, there's no reflections in the mirrors at all. They just call it a mirror, but like I said, no reflections. So I don't know, I'm going to wait until the update is in a couple of days really, May the 1st I reckon, and see if it gets any better, see if there's any gameplay, see if they put any gameplay into it, because at the moment there is none apart from having a relationship and having children, and that's about it. There's no discos, no bars, there's a cafe, they could do with like a bowling alley maybe or something like that. There's no karaoke bar here, they could do with karaoke. There's no karaoke machine in the electronic items either, so you can't buy one yourself. I think from May they're supposed to be allowing mods, aren't they? So I think a lot of people, there are already mods for it, but you have to mess about with the game. I think with the mod mechanics built into the game, then people will be able to mod it a lot easier, and without messing the game up too much. So we're just waiting for the mods now, really. Make the game a bit more interesting, like Sims 4, really. You know, if it wasn't for all the mods you can get for Sims 4, I don't think I'd be playing Sims 4, to be quite honest. I was going to do some yoga. See, their autonomy is quite good. It just would be better. The Manley family's house is dirty. Yeah. That's another thing. Let's hire a maid. So from the pocket market, you can home services. You can hire people to do repairs. Babysitter doesn't seem to be active at the moment. Cleaning, or a soul guide. I don't need a soul guide. Good as new cleaning. 500 simoleons. Meows. I will just buy that one. I've already tried the other one a couple of times. Did it work? Oh, yeah. Oh, she's got the same hairstyle as him. All these bloody pop-up messages are a pain. She's not here. Oh, there she is. Greet romantically. Greet energetically. The first thing she does is come in and use my bloody computer. God, that's as bad as The Sims. Every time somebody comes round to your place in The Sims, the first thing they do is use your computer. Oh yeah, you need to have a first aid kit, because when they get a cold, the medicine's in the first aid kit. What is she doing? You're supposed to be bloody cleaning. I wonder if you can lock a computer like you can in The Sims. No. You can clean the mouse. Wow. Well, that cleaner's a waste of money. It's cost me 500 meows, and all she's doing is using the bloody computer. Clean the table. Sit together. She's the bloody cleaner. Why would I want to sit with the cleaner? Is that dirty as well? No. Oh, I can't interact with the counter at all. Nope. Can't clean that. Can't clean that. Can't clean that. Oh. And these are greyed out, but it still work. No, because I've got a cleaner here. What the bloody hell isn't that cleaner cleaning? There's not one that says ask to clean. More. Action. Nope, not one there. Nothing there. I don't want affection. Daily life. Some of these things that you can talk about are really stupid. Talk about the importance of mental health. Brag about eating trendy snacks. Talk about how to control anger. Talk about the rude customer you saw recently. Really stupid questions. She's just gone. She didn't do any cleaning. Well, at least the other cheap one did some bloody cleaning. Well, let's call the cheap one this time. The babysitter sold out. There she is. Pretend you're not home. Why would I want to pretend I'm not home when I've got a bloody cleaner coming? All these extra pop-ups. Why? Why? Oh, she's gonna vacuum the lawn. There's so many things that don't work right in this game. Is she gonna clean the house? Oh yeah, vacuuming the floor. Maybe she didn't go on the computer because he's using it. I bet if he hadn't been using it, she would have gone on that as well. Is that all you're going to do? I was told my house was dirty. Oh, she's going to vacuum the lawn a bit more now. My goodness. There are players that are, saying how great this game is. Oh, brilliant, great game. You need to go and play INZOI. It's so good. And it really isn't at the moment. In a year's time it might be, but at the moment it isn't. I know it's early access, but there is really nothing to do apart from drive your car around and go to the beach where there's never anybody anyway. There's never anybody at the beach to talk to. There's a volleyball court. You can't even play volleyball. Oh, basketball, is it? No, yeah, volleyball. You can't even play volleyball with anybody because there's never anybody there. Even if there was, you probably couldn't play it. I think you can. I think if you find a goal, you can play football into the goal, and that's about it. Not exactly exciting, riveting things to do. Wants to look at photos filled with happy memories, but the thing is, even if he'd taken photos on his phone, which he might well have done a couple, you can't see them. There is no menu choice to look at photos on your phone. You can't even call somebody from your phone. The only option for these people that he knows is to give a gift, and he can't even do that. The recipient does not live in the current region. You cannot send a gift because all of these people are homeless people that he's met while he's been out and about. They're all homeless. So you can't even phone somebody from your phone. And we've got a diary which is greyed out, payments greyed out, and news which is greyed out. So obviously there's some more things to come. Like the events. So there's beach volleyball. It's only at a certain time, on a certain day. According to that, amusement park's only open on a Saturday as well. But it's not, it's open all the time. Our beach volleyball is on 2 days, Wednesdays and Thursdays. But I've been down there when it's supposed to be on and there's been nobody there. So I don't think that's working right at the moment. Our cleaners back indoors, hoovering again. The other one was a waste of money. 500 meows that cost, and she didn't do anything. So we've got glitching graphics on top of the wall there as well. I don't know why it's all highlighted at the moment. Practice speaking. I'd only do it for a few minutes. Well, not even a minute. I don't suppose that was even a minute that he did that for. So you can't get him. Like I say, you can't see this. You can't see his reflection in there. But even if I make him practice speaking, it'll only last like 15 seconds or so. You can't leave him practicing speaking. The same as you can't leave him practicing the guitar, because he only does it for a little while and then stops. They need to change that so that they do it until you tell them to stop. Where's he going now? I was going to the volleyball court. Travel by car, mate. I told you to travel by car. Probably too late. He's probably already going to catch the bus. Oh, that Zoe just disappeared. Yeah, he's going to catch the bus. There'll be another loading screen. So he's on his way to the volleyball court. I bet there's nobody there. Well, we'll see, won't we? Oh, come on. So slow walking. You think, oh, he's keen to get to the volleyball court to play some volleyball. And he's walking so slow. Where are you going? The volleyball court's over the other side. There must be pre-planned routes on here. Where are you going now? See what I mean? There's nobody here. So the volleyball was scheduled. Oh, maybe it's over. It took him so bloody long to get here. No, beach volleyball should still be going on. What does it say? Enjoy the feeling of the sand under your feet as you compete in sport. But you can't compete. There's nobody here. And even if I click a net, you can't click a net. There's nothing that you can interact with. And there's nobody here to play with either. The beach is dead. They've got these vending machines all over the place. Well, at least he didn't throw his rubbish on the floor, eh? There's nobody here. Can't go in the water. Can't swim. Somebody's got a fire going there on the beach, but there's nobody there. You don't interact with the stool holder. You just grab an ice cream. Don't pay for it or anything. There's a lot more work to do to this game. A lot more. But one thing you can do is you can fish in certain spots. Didn't eat a cone. There's one. Oh, somebody fishing. Fishing spot. Fish with advanced bait. He caught a soft toy last time. Ridiculous. What's he going to catch this time? They only have one cast and then they pack up. It doesn't last for long enough. Why can't they just fish until you tell them to stop? Really a lot of bad programming in this game. What do you want, Drake? Bugger off. That's it. Didn't catch nothing. Oh, he did catch something. Caught a tuna. It's worth 60 mu, but I can't sell it. Or meow, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just leave it there on the table, mate. You can't sell it, so what's the point? Wow, it's a big catch. Yeah. I'm sure that's the only fish they can catch is a tuna. Because the last time he came fishing, he caught a tuna as well. Even the fishing rods aren't very good. Did he catch anything that time? Oh yeah, he caught a different kind of fish, an archer fish. And they spoil in your bag, but you can't sell them. So there's no point in having them in your bag, really. Where's he going now? Gonna try a different spot. Well, there's no swimming. You can't swim anywhere. There's no public swimming pools. Either in this world or the Dawon one. What did you catch that time, mate? How did this end up here? It's caught a plushie, look. How daft can he get? It looks like somebody else to put their fish on the table there as well. Going smelly. Why didn't he just put it in his inventory? So anyway, you can see how fun this game is. The only thing you can do really is to have a relationship and have a family. You know, have children. And that's about it. That's all you can do in this game at the moment. There's nothing else going on. You know, I just took you to the volleyball court where I said there was a volleyball event going on, and there wasn't. There's no children playing on the children's playground. And there's barely anybody around. There was nobody else on the beach apart from the vendors. What's he going to do with that plushie? For a lease. Scammy let's. Where's he going? Oh, he's going home. Probably going to catch another bus, even though he owns a car. They should make that the automatic first choice when they travel somewhere. You shouldn't have to tell them to drive their car. It should be their automatic first choice when you're travelling somewhere. You know, the bus is a loading screen as well, so it doesn't matter either way. You either catch a bus and get a loading screen, or you drive your car and get a loading screen. And I'm pretty sure they said at one point before they released this game that there were no loading screens, but there are. And this is running from an NVMe and it's still slow. You know, 10 times the speed of a normal SSD, and it still takes ages to load. Sometimes, well, a lot of the time. Well, I'm going to leave the video there. The main reason was to show people how to drive, really, and a few of the shortcomings in the game, really. And there are a lot of shortcomings at the moment. I can't really complain because it is open, it is early access. So why have you stopped there? And what did you do with a plushie? God. Develop personal skills on the computer, probably. Yeah. I mean, you can have you can do writing and stuff like that, but most of the jobs are much like that job he had at this funfair, where you just go and you do a few tasks, and nothing to do for most of the day, and then a few more tasks pop up just before the end of the working day, and then most of them are like that. Not really a lot of thought gone into them at all. You can't serve customers or anything. You know, if any customers come in the shop, I don't think a single customer came into the shop while I was doing that job. So they need to put a lot more into this game than it's already got, especially where the jobs are concerned as well. Like I say, rabbit hole job would be better than that. At least, you know, speed it up while they're at work. And back to normal. Maybe go do some bowling or something if they had a bowling alley, you know, or a disco, so you could go dancing somewhere, chat up a few dolly birds. But no, there's nothing like that in this game at the moment. I can see this after the first couple of initial updates. I can see them going to paid packs, the same as Sims 4. Otherwise, they're not going to make any money. I mean, great, yeah, they sold 1 million copies, so that's like 34 million quid or whatever. 35 million quid. But the development costs of this are way beyond that already. So how are they going to make money if they keep giving updates away for free? I mean, yeah, the game might get good enough so that another 1 million people buy it, but that's still only another 35 million pounds. Don't know what it is in Korean. What is it? Yen? Don't know. Maybe Meow is their real currency. I don't know. But yeah, you know. And some of these games, they cost hundreds of millions to develop. I don't know what the development cost of INZOI is. I could Google it, I suppose, but I can't be bothered. But, you know, I'll keep looking in on the game every now and then to see what's changed. See whether it's got any better, see whether there's any gameable content. But at the moment there isn't. I mean, it's just as good just watching your own sim do, or not sim, sorry, Zoi, do what they want to do. You might just as well just watch your Zoi doing what they want to do. Because there is nothing else to do anyway. Really. Yeah, I could paint some pictures, but I've done that in The Sims, you know. I could write some books. Yeah, I've done that in The Sims as well. So what is this? It's just really a copy of The Sims, but with less gameplay at the moment. I don't care what all these other influencers are saying, but there is no gameplay at the moment in INZOI, and they need to sort it out if they want to make a thing of it. I don't know. I mean, maybe the developers will just give up in the end. And the other game that the company that owns 40% of Crafton, the other game that they made stop production, maybe it'll come back to life. I can't remember what it was called now. Life something or other, I can't remember now. Not Paralysed. Paralysed is a completely different game altogether. I don't like the look of that either, to be quite honest. Don't like the graphics in it. But there you go. Just a quickie. Well, it's turned into a bit longer than a quickie actually. I only meant it to be about 10 minutes long, but it's probably a lot longer than that now. So I'll probably have to cut a bit out. So, just a quick look. Quick moan, even though I know it's early access. There was a lot more they should have put into it before they released it early access. And like I say, some of the things that are in it at the moment don't work anyway. So, wishing them luck. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and see you again shortly. Cheerio.